Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and thank you guys for the 10 likes on the last video where I showed you how to automate almost any single application in Windows using Python. So in this video, as I promised, I will show you how to automate Zoom. But there was a teeny bit of an issue. What I wanted to create was a fully functional application or a Windows executable or a .exe if you will from a Python file which if you open just works as a alarm clock. You just schedule a meeting by entering the ID, password, name, all those stuff and hit enter. Then when the time comes it should start the meeting. That's what I thought. But the issue, it is possible, but the issue is it cannot be done in just one video. So I'm going to be cutting this into multiple videos and make it a series. And what we are going to do in the series is we are going to start from the automation part to a fully functional application. So we are going to be using PyWinAuto, SQL, PyQt5, PyInstaller, everything. In this series, we'll be using everything to create a fully functional application to automate your Zoom meetings. So if you want to see the next video, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and comment down below anything you want. Yeah, so let's just begin. Okay, so first in this video, what we're going to do is the automation part, the automation sequence in how Zoom starts. So first Zoom starts, then we type in the ID, we type in the password, we hit enter, all those sorts of stuff. Okay, so now in case if you don't know the basics of PyWinAuto or want to automate some other application, my last video's link is down in the description below. Please feel free to check it out. And let's begin. Okay, so first things first, we gotta import the PyWinAuto module. Now for that, from PyWinAuto dot application import application. And now for those of you guys who don't want to code, there's a link down in the description below which goes to my GitHub page. You can just download it from there. Okay, let's continue. So we imported the package and now we just create a variable like Zoom, for example. Zoom is equal to application bracket open bracket close backend equals UIA dot start. Now here is where you have to give the path of the zoom.exe application. If you don't know this, go to the link down in the description below to my last video where I explain everything in PyWinAuto. Let's continue. So now, how to get the original exe? Simple. All you gotta do is go to search, type Zoom, right click on Zoom, hit open file location, which will most probably lead you to an shortcut. Again, right click, go to, open file location right here. And there you go, this is zoom.exe. Now what you gotta do is hold down shift, then right click on zoom.exe. You'll see copy as path. Click on this and go here, paste it. And now, wait, there's some extra quotes. Let me just remove those. And let's just resize this. Okay. Now, if I hit run, if you're on a Windows PC, you'll see this kind of error. Unicode, escape, code, icon, decode, blah, blah, blah. If something like that comes, just put in a R right here. And hit run, and it works. See? And Zoom has started. Oh, wait. What happened to my all the windows? Okay. There you go. Zoom has started. I'll just close it and run it again. Voila, Zoom has started again. Now, what we gotta do next is hit join. So you have to click this button to get into, let's just make this Fritz. Yeah, hit this button, then this window pops up. So we have to get the child window or the handle for this button. So for that, what we're going to do is, let's just type in again zoom equals, oh wait, we don't have to do that. We can just directly do dot connect, and what's the window name? Zoom. See, the window name is right here. Oh wait, oh great, okay. Let's open Zoom, and you guys can see the window name is Zoom. Okay, so connect title equals Zoom, and let's also just put in a timeout. Now all these things, this timeout.connect.start, everything was explained in my last video. If you want to know what all this is in detail, link again down in the description below. How many times have I said that? 3? Anyways, so I'm gonna put timeout for 100 seconds just in case. Close this thing and start it again. And as you guys can see, there is no error. That means we have successfully connected to the application. Now let's get the handle for the, let's just close these unwanted windows. Uh, uh, okay, continue. Now we have to get the handle for this button right here. Now for that, let's do zoom dot zoom. And let's just put this zoom win, just so that we don't get confused. Zoom in dot zoom dot print underscore control underscore identifiers bracket open bracket close. Now this should not cause an error and print all the control identifiers. So, yay, it worked. This is going to take quite a long time because Zoom is a complex application and there are a lot of control identifiers. Oh, finished. Anyways, so what we're going to find here is the join button. So as usual, we're going to be looking at the name. So we have Zoom, System, Minimize, Maximize, and Close, Home, Chat, Meetings. Oh yeah, there's one thing we have to do. Now suppose in case if I opened Meetings and closed this, okay, and then I start Zoom again, it opens in the Meeting tab. You see this? So first we have to switch to the Home tab to hit the Join button. So first, in case if we are not on the Meetings tab, we have to find a way to switch to Home tab. Now for that, what we got to do is, we saw the Home tab control identifier right here, this one. We copy this, we put in Home tab equals zoom win dot zoom dot control identifier dot wrap underscore object parenthesis close, and then home tab dot click. So now as you guys can see, if I open Zoom manually, this opens the Meetings tab and not directly to the Home tab. So I'm going to switch it to Meetings again and close it. And now if I hit Run, we should directly go to the Home tab. Let's hit, oh wait, let me just remove this control identifiers, otherwise we'll just print the whole control identifiers again. We don't want that. Okay. We have an issue. Let's see what's the issue. What was the button type for this? It is a tab item. Let's try click underscore input. Maybe that works. Let's run it again. And it worked. See, it was in Meetings tab and now it automatically shifted to Home tab. So now that is sorted. Now we have to hit the join button. So let's go back to the control identifier list. I think I should be copying this into some notepad so it'll be easier for me. Let's do that. Let's open it on Toggle Notepad, put it onto the side. Okay, that was not good. Let's, okay, and now copy, okay, got it. Control C, Control V, that's more easy. Okay, now we need to find join. Let's just put up, find next. Join pane, join pane, join pane, join, yep, got it. It's right here. Oh wait, this is, okay, there it is. Join button. Child window, title join, and always see if the control type is button or text. If it is a button, or if it is text, don't use it. It's just text. You cannot click text and open this thing. So if it is a button or a tab item, anything but a text, just copy it. Okay, copy. Go here, and again, let's put join btn, short form for button, equals, again, this whole thing. Control Z, Control V, and child window button. Now dot wrapper underscore object. And then we can put join btn dot click. You know what? For to be on the safe side, let's just put click underscore input, just in case, because it seems that click underscore input is safer than just normal click. It seems to give the best results. Okay, so now let's switch it back to meetings and close it and hit run. So it switches back to home and it clicks join. Okay, that worked too. Nice. Now, next what we gotta do is we have to enter in a meeting ID and we have to enter in the name. Then we have to choose, should we connect to audio, should we connect to video, and then we should hit join. Okay, this is going to be long. So first things first, meeting ID. And for that, what we gotta do is again go back to the list. Meeting ID should be right somewhere here. Control find, join meeting. Oh wait, let's just type in meeting. Find next. Oh wait, I forgot one thing. Wait. I think, yeah, this whole thing, this whole Zoom box is, and this whole join meeting box is another window. This, oh wait, again, seriously, I have to disable that feature. Okay, this whole thing right here is a different box and is not the same as this one. So what we gotta do here is we gotta connect to this box instead of, and then get the control identifiers for these things. But now the issue is that both of these windows have the same name. So if you can see here, we use the title name to connect to the window to get the control identifiers and automate it. So I think what we can do is, after, let me see if I can close this without closing this. So if I close this, then there will be only one Zoom window. Hence, there won't be an error. Right? Yeah. So I'm going to close this and see what happens. Close. Yes, this is an individual window and does not become affected when I close the other Zoom window. Nice. Now, let's just get the control identifiers for this window. So for that, I'm just gonna create a test variable. I'm just gonna comment all this because for now we don't need it. And again, this whole line, Control C, Control V, and we'll just remove the start because we don't need it. and dot connect zoom dot until blah blah blah. If I hit run, there should not be an error. There is an error. Wait, let's. I have to remove the timeout to see that if there's an error. Let's remove timeout. Run. Apparently, there shows an error. You know what? Let's try join meeting, as it's the second title given. So join meeting. Hit run. Oh, okay, that's new and good. So apparently, this Windows title is not Zoom, but join meeting. Let's just. Okay, that is new. That hasn't been seen before. But anyways, so now that we know that the title is join meeting, that is out of the way. So let's close it, put uncomment this whole thing back, and let's put join win, and yeah, we have to put the timeout. Timeout equals 100 seconds. Okay, and now again, let's see, join win dot join meeting, because now that is the title instead of Zoom. We are going to type in join meeting dot print control oh wait print underscore control underscore identifiers. Why am I having trouble typing? Okay, put on parentheses and run the program. Now what this should do is, and it worked, it printed the control identifiers for this window right here. You can see it. See? It's totally different from the one above. So we'll open another notepad, I guess, and paste this whole thing in. Or should we paste it, because this is small and I don't think it's much difficult to find, so I don't think we need to paste it. Okay, now first things first, we have to enter the ID and then the name, then all these stuff. So for ID, what we gotta do is find the ID box first, which should be, we have close, we have join meeting text. This is not what we want. We don't want text again. Okay, right here, child window. Please enter your meeting ID or personal link name, control type, edit. This is what we want. Nice. Okay. Now, I'm going to comment the control identifiers line because we don't want to print the whole thing again, the whole list again. Okay, now I'm going to type in, let's say, ID box equals this whole thing. Control C, Control V, Windows V. Okay. Dot wrapper underscore object. Now let's just get an ID from Zoom so we can type in. I'll just get in one of my school IDs. Yep, this will do it. No, oh wait, let me just close the window. Oh, never mind. Okay, now we have the wrapper object. Let's, ID box dot type underscore keys bracket open, then you put the keys, comma, you have to put in width underscore spaces. This is not necessary for the ID because I'll show you. If you guys have noticed, when you type in the ID, the application automatically puts spaces between them. But still, to be on the safe side, let's just put in width spaces equals true. And next, we're not going to test this now. We're just going to do the whole thing and then we'll test it. Okay. So now we have the ID box. Then the next is, I think, name. Now name is obviously going to be Aaron Fritz. For that, okay, it's right here. Child window, please enter your name. Control type edit. Now, name box. Now these variables can be of any name. Okay, you can create whatever you want, and just doing this for consistency. Okay, we need join meeting dot windows, and then this dot wrapper underscore object. Nice. Now name box dot. Just copy this whole thing. I want to type it again. Type keys. We'll put in Aaron Fritz. Now, if I hit, oh wait, before hitting enter, we also need join button, which is right here. See? Join control type button, just what we wanted. Now, join btn equals, again, the whole dot wrapper underscore object, parenthesis close and open. And if you guys want to see the code, it's right here. Okay. And now join button dot let's see, click underscore input, again to be on the safe side. Now if I hit run, it should start the application, and hit join, type in an ID, type in my name, and hit join. Let's hit one. Now, there is a possibility for an error, which we'll see on the way. Yep, it is working. Wait. It didn't show entering the name. When did it show entering? This was the possibility that I was telling about. You see, let's just show it again. You see this? They don't enter the name. They just directly hit join. Now the issue is, after you enter your ID, suppose blah blah. Oh wait, blah blah. Come on. Yeah, you hit a random ID. Then you have to click on this box to activate it so that you can type in your name. I don't know why it is like that, but apparently Zoom's developers programmed it that way. So we have to individually click on this box. This box is already activated. That's why it goes in. See, if you hit join, you can see the blue line over this. That means this box has already been activated. That's why the text goes in. But in the second box, it is not the case because it is not activated. So to make that happen, let's and before type spaces, let's put name box dot click underscore input. This does nothing but just bring the mouse and click it, which in order activates it. Okay. Now let's close this and run it again. There you go. Okay, you guys saw that, right? You see, if I'll just show it again. Take a look at that name box. They type in both of the name adjacent, so we'll have to clear the name box before typing our name. That is also one thing we have to do. Now, how do I clear the name box? I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I used my big brain and definitely not Stack Overflow or Google and found a solution. So it's like this. You type in name box, which is the name box. It's name box, sorry, which is the variable for the text box. And then you type underscore keys as usual, bracket open. Now, usually, manually, how you do this is you click on join, you click on this box, which you use by click your input, you hit Control A to select everything, and you hit backspace, which clears the text. We're gonna do the same thing. So to do that, what you gotta do is you gotta type in the control character here. So the control character is Shift num6. This one, Shift and num6 or 6, whatever it's for you guys. And then you do Control A, and then you put wavy bracket open, and then you type in backspace in space. This is the spelling for backspace, and then you close it. Now this should select all the text and clear the text inside it. So let's test it. If I hit run, it hit join, yep, it cleared the text and it hit join. So that worked. Now what I did is, again, I hit Control A, which is Shift and num6, or the number 6 on your keyboard, which gives you the exponent symbol or the upper arrow or the caret symbol. And then you put small a, and inside the wavy brackets you put capital backspace. If you want, I'll just put this down in the description below, just copy paste it. Okay. Next is we have to put the password in the password text box. Now, as usual, we have to connect to this window and get the control identifiers of it so that we can automate it or enter the password and hit the enter button or join button. So let's begin. Again, we will be copying this line because I don't want to type it in again. We paste this here. We change this to, instead of join when, let's do password when. And then application UIA, connect to enter meeting password. Enter meeting password. Oh wait, they don't have capitals, so be careful about that. If they don't have capitals, don't use capitals. This enter meeting password. They are case sensitive, so, and even if you put an extra space here, that might cause an error. I don't know, but I'm not gonna take the risk, so I'm just gonna keep it like this. Okay, now we have to print the control identifiers, which you do is password when dot enter meeting passcode. Again, if you don't know why I'm writing like this, or is there any part of this code you don't understand, go to my previous video, it explains everything. Again, link down in the description below. Okay, so now what you gotta do is you gotta do dot print underscore control underscore identifiers to get the control identifiers. And now if you hit run, oh, before hitting run, just comment all of these because we don't want the program to run again. We just need the list. So hit run, and that should, there's some issue. Wait, it's not working. Just a second. Let me remove the timeout. Maybe it'll show what the issue is. It says enter meeting passcode does not exist. Why does it say that? Enter, it is enter meeting passcode. I did enter meeting password. Oh my god, I thought there was some other kind of errors. So again, do timeout equals 100 just to keep it safe. Run the program again, and there you go. You should have, yeah, you got it. It worked. Okay, close this because we don't need it anymore. And now let's get the control identifier for the text box, which is right here. See? Please enter meeting passcode, control type edit, which means text box. Edit means text box, button means button, tab item means tab item. Except edit, everything else is the same. Edit means text box. Others will be directly written as button or menu item or tab item or checkbox. For text boxes, it will be given edit. For just text labels, like suppose this join text or new meeting text, these all are just text. They'll just write text here. Okay. Now that we have the handle, did I copy the handle? Wait, did I copy the? Yep, I did copy the handle. Okay. Don't need this line anymore. I need these lines. Now here the password when enter meeting passcode, the whole jibber jabber, and you paste in the control identifier and hit dot wrapper underscore object and parenthesis. Now this you have to put it in a variable. So password box equals space blah blah blah, and now again password box dot type underscore keys bracket open. I'm gonna type in the password to that ID, which is, please don't join this ID, please don't. I know you guys will, but still don't. Wait, with underscore spaces. Now this passcode does not have spaces, but some other passcodes may have. So again, to be on the safe side, just put in with spaces equals true. So that now what, just to show you what happens when you don't have with spaces is I'm gonna comment till here until we type in our name. Okay, I'm gonna make this false or just remove it. I'm just gonna remove this and watch what happens. Okay, I'm gonna run the program and it hits join. It types in the ID. You see this? They didn't put the space between them. It should have been Aaron space Fritz, but instead they just put it together. So for that not to happen, you have to put in with spaces equals true. Okay, nice. Now we need to get the join button, which should be somewhere below. Yep, it's right there. Join button. The control type is button, which means it is a button, not text. Nice. Okay, now you create another variable like meeting join button. I want to write join button but there is another variable like join button right here. So just put in meeting join button. Or whatever you like, not an issue. Now the same old trusty texts. Password dot enter passcode blah blah blah, and then the control identifier dot wrapper underscore object parenthesis open parenthesis close. Now you put this variable control C. Oh wait, did I copy it? Yep, I did. Dot click underscore input bracket open bracket close. Now it should completely start Zoom, go to the home tab, and then click on the join button. Then enter the ID, enter the password. Wait, I'll show you. This is where we started. This is where we switch it to the home tab. This is where we hit the join button. And this is where we type the ID. This is where we type the name. Oh wait, this is not where we type the name. This is where we type the ID, and this is where we type the name. And this is where we click the join button, and then this is where we enter the passcode, and this is where we hit the final join button. So for testing purposes, before this Zoom has a difference. If I close it like this and open it again, it opens up instantly. But if I quit it from the taskbar and open it, wait, yeah, it takes quite time. It shows a loading screen before it comes up. That loading screen's length depends on your internet speed. Now that is one of the reasons why we give timeout here. So if the loading time exceeds 100 seconds, then the program will crash. So we'll cover that in the next video on how to safeguard it. So let's just test it. So now I'm going to put it on meetings so that we hit on home tab, and I'm going to close this and I'm going to exit it from the taskbar. Now, just for testing purposes, I'm going to show you what happens if I don't put timeout and run it. Okay, I ran it, and you can see there's an error. You see, it says that Zoom backend UIA is not open up because there was no timeout, because the application didn't open up because of line crash. Yeah. So instead of that, you put the timeout and run it, so that line waits for that application to start up for 100 seconds or the time you specify. And now the program's running. It hit home tab, it hit the join tab, and it hit the pass ID, it hit the name, it hit join, it hit the passcode, and it hit join meeting. And it worked. Yes. Nice. So that's it for this video. And in this program, what we basically did is we did the automation part. So this is the sequence what we're going to use to enter a meeting. So to give a quick summary, we did the automation part, or the automation sequence on how to start a Zoom meeting. Now in the next video or the upcoming videos, we'll be creating the user interface or the GUI using PyQt5, and then we'll be creating a database using SQL or SQLite, and we'll be also adding notifications and other miscellaneous functions to the application. And most of all, we will be converting this into a working application, and that application into an installer which you can just download and use it on any PC. So just as you normally install an application, download it, double click on the installer, hit next, 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 and you'll have a functioning application. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, comment down below if you like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Yeah, bye.